Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is, what does he secretly think about your beauty but won't say? For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, if you like my content, please support my channel. Your support means so much to me. Thank you. Hello, pile one. Let's see, what does he secretly think about your beauty but won't say. Let's see. Okay, firstly, he feels that you are magical. You are the magician, the alchemist of your own destiny. You are a person who has a very ethereal, very, out of this world kind of a presence. A lot of you are very deeply nurturing, very caring, very, as I said, very ethereal beauty, and very angelic, that kind of a person. They also feel that you have got infinite options, like you have got infinite opportunities about you, and you have literally used the opportunities and used all the elements. Remember, the magician has all the four elements of nature available. You have used all the elements of nature to make something great out of your life. They find you to be very like otherworldly, out of this world kind of beautiful. He also feels that you have a very bright persona about you, very bright, very cheerful, very magnetic kind of a persona, very, like, dynamic, colorful, always maybe full of life, blooming with energy, booming with energy rather, and blooming with, like, you are like a newly bloomed flower, literally like a sunflower to him. For him, you are also like this, a very, you are like somebody who is gonna make it really successful, a very successful person. They see you as somebody who can make their life really successful. They think very highly of you. Actually, they think very highly of your capabilities. The moon card. The moon, you know what, you are an individual. You could be having a moon in Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer sun, moon rising can be very strong for you. You guys are, what he likes about you, about your beauty, is you're very feminine in a heterosexual scenario. If you identify as a female, that is very feminine. Also, maybe you love to wear a lot of feminine outfits, dress in a more feminine manner. The way you dress, the way you, like, put on your makeup, if you like, do your hair, do your eyes, lips, everything, they are extremely feminine. The way you smell, everything is very feminine. There is this whole range of femininity about you which he really loves about your beauty. You're also very, some of you are very creatively blessed, and he really loves it when you're probably playing a musical instrument or singing. They feel that you look even more beautiful. Your beauty is really to some other level when you are exerting your creative talents. When you are at your creative best, they find you to be even more beautiful. You know what? They think you are extremely attractive as well, like a complete arm candy. A lot of people, clearly I'm seeing a lot of people have crushes on you. A lot of people, if they didn't, a lot of others would approach you, and they are very well aware of that fact that if they do something, then, sorry, but in a negative manner, then you will never have problem finding n number of other options in life. And you are a very arm candy, very desirable kind of a person to him. Actually, he feels that you are so gorgeous, like you are very more than hot, you are a very ethereally beautiful person, very angel like, where you give that otherworldly, you have this otherworldly charm about you. A lot of Pisces, and especially females, Pisces, Cancer, a lot of water signs. Maybe what I'm seeing also is you could be having big watery eyes. I'm getting strong water and fire elements in you. That one is, you could be having beautiful large eyes or gorgeous pouty lips, or for some of you, you could be having a fiercely driven kind of a personality. Yeah, ethereal beauty, but very driven in life, and they find that very beautiful about you. He also thinks that a lot of you always look very well put together. you know this eye for the details, this scarf, this brooch. You have this, like, whenever you are dressing, even for the grocery shop or for the nearby restaurant, for a, like a day, for a coffee date, you're very impeccably dressed all the time. Like, you are a head turner. The way in which she's turning a lot of heads, you are like a showstopper wherever you go. You are like one of those people where, what, people crossing the road would turn their head around and, like, notice you. You are dressed in that way usually. Also, like, you usually look like a runway model in a lot of ways. Then you go to a restaurant or something, naturally you're so well dressed that the restaurant people, they tend to give you the best seat possible, because they know you are a highly esteemed customer. Wherever you go, you tend to raise the bar there. That is another thing which he really loves about you. It's your beauty, the way in which you present yourself, it's your confidence, everything. Like, they also love the silent, quiet confidence that you exude. Yeah, you get a lot of limelight wherever you go, and there is, like, some kind of a silent confidence about you, what I'm saying. For a lot of you, a very quietly confident. Maybe you do not show off a lot, but you're very well dressed. You are very glamorous. Yeah, glam quotient, they love that about you. The glam quotient, you tend to attract a lot of attention. The devil, you know you're usually very, like, impeccably dressed. Wherever you go, you're impeccably dressed. You're dressed for the occasion. For a lot of you, you guys probably speak really well. Like, you have the natural gift of the gab, and a lot of you have, you know you're blessed in the linguistics. Like, you speak different languages as well, and that is another thing that is special about you, which he really loves. But what I'm saying is, since you tend to attract a lot of attention, probably a lot of people are also gossiping behind your back, which he also notices. But he is just mesmerized by how angelic you guys look. Five of Cups, okay. Eight of Cups. So there has been a time, I'm seeing, like, it's not all about your looks. You are also a very emotional person. There was a time when you were totally dismayed by life, disgruntled about everything. you know you were totally crying over the upturned cups, without noticing that life was actually offering you more cups. There was a time when you had totally given up, very dismayed, very unmotivated. Today you are a very motivated person. You have a lot of motivation to do the work that you're supposed to be doing. But you you were stuck in a rut of overthinking, maybe toxic people around you. Good looking people tend to get surrounded by toxic people a lot of times, especially females. They tend to get a lot of criticism and getting into that depression cycle, that maybe I'm not good enough kind of cycle. Maybe some kind of addiction, some loneliness, certain things. And but you have successfully managed to cut out, tear away all of those cobwebs. And Three of Wands is typically a person who is very self-made. You are wherever you are because of how much, like, effort you have actually put in. You are not, like, just all about looks. You have a lot of strength of character about you, which he really appreciates. He finds it really beautiful that you are very quietly confident and assertive, very strong, confident, powerful, and assertive in a very quiet manner. It's not like, just look at me, how good I am. It's in a very quiet manner. You're very quietly confident, very quietly assertive, and you know where your life is headed towards. You know which direction your life is headed towards. You know exactly where you want to go, what you want to get out of your life. You have a lot of clarity. They love about you is, you have a lot of mental clarity about, like, where you want to see yourself 2 3 years, 5 years from now. And they love that about you. They secretly love how they find it very beautiful that you are not all about, there's nothing wrong with being look like being a looker, which you are, but it's not all about your body or your looks. It's your inner element, the strength of character, and very quietly you assert yourself, not like over the top. You have a very graceful, very a classy way of dealing with things. Maybe a lot of you love pearls. I'm hearing pearls with a lot of moon sign. I'm hearing for a lot of you could be pearls. Like you are, I'm hearing a lot of Audrey Hepburn kind of people. Just an example. Very, very, very classy, dressed in a very classy yet casual manner, and they just love it about you, and very quietly strong and very determined kind of a person, somebody who has been the architect of their own life. They love it about you, they find it really beautiful how emotionally strong, resilient you are. You have literally worked your way up in the society after probably being called names, and after being through a very hard period in life where you have been through a cycle of self questioning, self doubt, and stuff like that. Four of Pentacles, you're also, what they love about you is, they love how good you are with money. They find it really beautiful that you are not somebody who would just squander money away. You know how to make money. You also know how to increase and save money as well. That is something for sure. Four of Wands, you're a very stable, reliable, loyal person. You are not somebody who would just who would be very frivolous and would have been like flip-flopping around. Rather, you are somebody who is very stable, loyal, dependable, makes money. They know, you are very sure of who you are, and like a very assured, self-confident person, not an insecure, attention-seeking person. I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just the way they feel about you, and they find this very beautiful, like how stable you are, how loyal you are. In spite of getting all the attention around you, you're not going out of your way to seek that. Ace of Pentacles, you are an individual who is literally, you are an individual who is a you are somebody who is very good at making money. You are actually a self-made person when it comes to your career. Probably a lot of you own your own business. A lot of you, even if you're working like in a job, you could be having a side business which is giving you a lot of extra cash, and you know how to save and increase your money. And a lot of you also, you started making money from a very young age with your own self efforts. And you could be having a graduation, masters, any kind of degree, but on the same time, at the same time, you were earning like with a side business, side hustle, something, and you are like a very hustling kind of a mindset, which people can't make out on the surface. People probably think that you're all about your looks and stuff because you are a looker. Wherever you go, people just turn there. You are a head turner, but you are also a hustler, which they really love. They find these qualities about you really beautiful. You're also very assertive, and you're very strongly principled persons. Like your ethics and principles are always in place. You are somebody who is like, you know, even if you have to face the wolves, that's what you will do. If you have to, in order to defend your truth, your side of the truth, in order to defend that, if you have to face the wolves alone, you can do it. Like you're so courageous, you know how to stand your ground. This quietly courageous, independent, and confident person that you are, they love it. You're also very self-reliant, somebody, you get judged left, right, center a lot, but you don't really care what others think, feel, or say about you. Instead, you're all like, you're very fiercely independent. You dance to the tunes of your own beats, literally. And what I'm seeing is, he really finds it very, like, very self-reliant, makes her own money, knows what her worth is, have been there, done that, gone to places. Very like you are a very accomplished female in other areas of life. It's not just about the things that you wear, the way that you look, the way you dress. Your other accomplishments actually makes you even more beautiful in his eyes. Okay, King of Swords. Yeah, I'm saying for a lot of you, you are a very, they see you as a very smart person, and a lot of you could have been like very good at academics, and you are using your academic brain to rise up. Like you probably, a lot of you came from nowhere, and you have rose up the hierarchy using your own, either your academic degrees and results, or your smartness. Like you are a very smart person, which, like I'm saying, like you tend to manage to fool a lot of people, because people probably feel that you will not be that smart, but that's not true. You are a very, very smart individual. 10 of Cups. You are an individual who is also, they find you to be like, what's so beautiful, you're very caring, very nurturing, and if you are a female, they think that you will make the perfect mother. Yeah, I mean, 6 of Cups and 10 of Cups, typically you would make a perfect caring mother, or a very good mother figure, and you will make the perfect wife for them in a conventional situation. He really love it, because you can make a very good wife, a very good, like a having a family with you would be very ideal. Everything, you've got everything going in favor of you. Queen of Cups. You know what, you are one of those people who is the Queen of Cups. Like literally, you have gone up the ladder, coming from nowhere. You have reached a position in life, and you appreciate what life is offering today to you. But you have earned every bit of it, and you have not forgotten where you came from. So you always try to extend your cups of empathy and compassion towards the have nots, towards those people, maybe your friends even, and family who are struggling. Yes, do walking meditation each day of the next week. You are one of those people who is literally, you know you could be one of those people who tend to spend a lot of time in quiet contemplation, in meditation, maybe even having a small garden and tending to your small garden, or like a lot of us could be having just a balcony with a small garden, and you love your plants, like spending a lot of time in doing things that you really appreciate. That makes you very beautiful in his eyes. Take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. Yeah, you literally are a very secure person who does not need somebody, kind of companionship 24/7. You are an individual who is very self reliant, who can literally be on their own and be completely okay with that. You are that kind of a person. Bore, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. They actually see you as victorious, somebody who is extremely confident. They find your confidence and courage really beautiful about you, and you're this way of, like, I can be on my own and be totally all right with it. Like most of us, we tend to struggle thanks to social media and all such stuff, that staying on our own, staying in quiet contemplation is mostly not a thing. But for most of you guys, Pailwan, you guys love your life in quiet contemplation, and he really loves it. They find it beautiful, that confidence, that self assurance, also your courage and confidence to take on any challenge is something that makes you even more beautiful in his eyes. Whistle, be silent, pay attention, simply observe with your eyes, ears, physical feelings, what is happening inside and all around you. Yes, you are a very quietly observant kind of a person, very intelligent and observant kind of a person. They find these qualities about you very, very attractive, very beautiful. Keep your sense of humor And don't take things too seriously, Roadrunner. They actually, you have a very unique sense of humor about you. You know, sense of humor. Making fun at someone else's cost is easy, but you are somebody who has a very unique sense of humor. Like, you take your work seriously, but not yourself seriously or personally. You do not take your failures personally. And these are the things that he really finds very, very beautiful about you. Expect a powerful change. They really feel that you're gonna make it very, very big. You have a very resilient personality, confident, resilient, very quietly observant, very determined kind of a personality, very courageous, determined, quietly observant kind of a personality. Somebody whom they really, really like and appreciate and respect. What do you need to release? You know what? For a lot of you, you have been through a difficult period, and what he finds very attractive about you, very beautiful about you, Palwan, is you have been able to release your past, because letting go of things and situations and people that are toxic, not serving us, is actually a very difficult thing. We tend to hold on to our past even if the memories are not so good. Letting them go is a very difficult thing, but you, being a very courageous person, you have successfully done that, and that is something that he finds really stunning about you, not just beautiful. Confidence is the key to success. They really feel, he feels that it's your confidence that makes you shine even brighter, that makes your beauty even more highlighted. It highlights your beauty in his eyes. And for a lot of you, you guys could be either a Leo or a Aries or a Sagittarius, especially a Leo and a Capricorn as well. They also feel that your hard work is paying off. You guys, you know what? They see you, he sees you as somebody who is very hardworking, who has always been very hardworking, very talented, very determined, raring to go. And at last, you know what? You guys are getting your like dues. Your hard work is at last paying off. You have worked so hard, and at last you're getting what you deserved in your life. That's what they feel about you, and they feel that, you know what, they love it. Like, this hard working, determined, ethical, that, courageous, confident, these are the qualities which he thinks makes you even more beautiful. You are very close to achieving your goals. You know what, I'm seeing that you guys, for a lot of you, you guys are very determined, goal oriented and focused. And they feel that, this focused attempt towards your goals, this focused approach towards your goals, is something that makes you even more beautiful in his eyes. And he feels that you're meant for literally bigger things. You're gonna achieve a lot more than what you think you will. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. He literally feels that you're very gifted. And you know what, I'm seeing, like, over time his ideas about you has changed, and his respect towards you has increased enormously. More he sees you, more he finds you beautiful, because he respects you even more and more and more, especially as an individual, somebody having so much of strength of character, somebody who is determined, fierce, and is fighting on. Elder, move beyond your ancestral patterns. Yes, you're somebody who has literally, you have been able to let all of your past, you have been able to release all of your past, you've been able to let that go. You are somebody who is no longer stuck in their life. Instead, you have managed to move on and move ahead in your life. Track down your fears and desires. Yes, you are an individual who has managed at last to face their fears, who has managed at last to face their difficulties head on. You have faced your fears head on at last. You have managed to, you know, Once you face the things that intimidates you the most, that's when you achieve the highest success, as they say. That is exactly what has happened in your case, and they feel that that is something, this mindset is something that has made you extra special, extra beautiful. It's your mystical power. For a lot of you, you guys could be a high priestess, could be embodying the high priestess energy, somebody who is like very mystical, instinctive, intuitive. And not just that, you're like a spiritual teacher, like a spiritual guide who shows the right path, right way in life to a lot of people. And he finds you very like beautiful. This mystical element in your character makes you even more beautiful in his eyes. You are also a very self-reflecting person. Triggering you is not a very easy thing. Like, you are somebody who knows exactly what you're doing wrong and right. You know what your worth is, and you do not suffer from any misconception about yourself. You're very secure. That makes you very beautiful in his eyes. Yeah, you also have a, as far as he is concerned, he feels that you have a very deep inner temple. Your inner world is very deep, very profound. What he feels is your inner world is something that is very how shall I put it? It's a very profound, it, like, he can't find any end to the depth that you have shown, especially your spiritual, regarding your spiritual knowledge. Maybe a lot of you are extremely knowledgeable as individuals, which he finds very, very, very beautiful. A lot of you are very spiritually blessed, instinctively blessed, intuitively blessed, and that's something that he feels very beautiful about you. You deserve sugar and not the salt. Yeah, you can be equally a sarcastic queen when it comes to those people who are not so nice to you. You do not go out of your way to be nice to those people who do not care about you. This non people pleasing attitude, that I know who I am and I am happy with that. That attitude, that mindset is something that makes you very beautiful, very attractive to him. And he secretly finds it very attractive, actually. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, you are somebody who is very honest. You are very self assured and very honest. Like, even in the relationship situation, if you guys are in a relationship, you are very secure as an individual. You know exactly where you stand. You know exactly, like, what your position is in the relationship, and you never, I repeat, you never ever try to misjudge that. You never ever try to, like, there is no drama in the relationship whatsoever, which he really loves. 2 and 3, there is some upgradation. You are getting a lot of recognition for some work that you have done, and he is loving it. He is loving that you are at last getting all the attention that you have deserved. You have been, like, he literally feels you're a very deserving candidate, very worthy individual. Unplug and relax for a spell. Yes, literally, he also feels that you are, like, he, as much as he loves that you're so hardworking, at times he also feels that this person might actually fall ill, that they work so much and so hard. Yeah, they make quite a bit of money, and it has given them a lot of recognition, but given an option, they will probably tell you to work a little less. Start a revolution. Yeah, he sees you as a revolutionary, somebody who has had a complete, like, you are like a rebel. You are somebody who has probably started some kind of a revolution in your own stream. Maybe you started talking about certain issues, and that has given you a lot of visibility, recognition. Maybe you guys tend to stand up against the injustices that are happening in our lives today, and that makes you look even more beautiful in his eyes. All right, now time for the guided messages. Your empathy and compassion is a gift to the world. Absolutely. That's what he secretly finds. Your empathy and compassion is something that he secretly finds very attractive about you. You're such a worthy human being. Exactly. This person respects you so much. Your simplicity is the biggest asset. They love your simplicity. They think that your innocent simplicity, at the same time, your courage makes you stand out and beautiful. There is always light if only we are brave enough to embrace it and make it a part of our journey. Yes, you are somebody who is who is a firm believer of, like, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. You need to be brave enough to accept it with honesty, and you need to to embrace truth also. You need to be a little bit courageous at times. Work, 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 and the success will follow you. That's your mantra, and that's what he feels is also like your workaholic nature is also something that he likes about you. You have mesmerized me. Yeah, literally, there is nothing to explain here, right? All right, time for the charms, pile one. Let's see. What does he find? Okay, the kitty cat. You are somebody who is like more like a Scorpio, very mysterious. That is something that he finds incredibly beautiful and attractive. He wants to offer your heart. He feels you're divinely protected. Your good times have arrived. You're being recognized for your work. Transformation has been the key. He also sees you as a diamond in the rough. He sees you as somebody, the smile. You are somebody who brings a lot of smile and happiness on his face. You are living a jet set lifestyle today, which he really appreciates. He also sees you as somebody, okay, the mermaid, the ethereal. Yeah, he loves your ethereal beauty. He also wants to treat you like a queen, like his queen for sure. And he loves the fact that you take good care. Like, a lot of you could be into exercise and health, and he loves that fact. A lot of you are actually very intuitive, which he thinks also makes you extra special and beautiful. All right, Palwan. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means so much to me. So if you like my content, please, please, please support my channel. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see, what does he secretly think about your beauty but won't say it. Let's see. All right. He thinks that you are very, very altruistic, and that makes you very, very beautiful. Very kind, compassionate, giving, very maternal. If you identify as a female in a heterosexual scenario, that is, since most of my viewers are from that perspective, or you're very kind, compassionate, giving, nurturing, which he feels is stunning. I'm seeing for a lot of you regarding your physical features, a lot of you have gorgeous eyes, or maybe very rounded features, like a beautiful button nose, some rounded jaws, not angular jawline, but very rounded, very feminine, gorgeous hair, and pouty lips. Gorgeous hair, it can be any length, any color, any texture. I'm hearing like he feels, gosh, this person has gorgeous hair. Also, there is something about your feet I'm getting, like the way in which you probably tend to have wear a lot of footwears which are very cute, nice, and pretty. Yeah, you overall have a very curvy body, which makes you a very, like a very, very feminine shape you have, which makes you even more beautiful. That is something that he finds really very, very feminine, attractive, beautiful about you. And he feels about your beauty is what your beauty does. You are somebody who uses your beauty, who inner beauty as well as your external beauty, to help others. He also finds you are somebody who is probably very reticent, probably you do not talk much, you're more observant, very intelligent. He finds that very beautiful about you. Very secretly, he loves how quietly confident you are. At the same time, you observe the detailing of a situation which others don't observe, which makes you a very intelligent person in things like accounting. A lot of you could be Virgos, a lot of you could be Capricorns, Pisces, Yeah, yes, Libras. Yeah, a lot of you can be Libras for sure. And they are mesmerized by how giving you are, how giving, like how thoughtful you are as an individual about others. You are very thoughtful, very kind, compassionate nature you have, and that makes you extra special, beautiful. Also the temperance, clearly you are a very, what makes you beautiful is your balanced, matured perspective towards life. You are a very and all most of you are probably conservative dressers, not very like fun, rather on somewhere like not very conservative or very not very fun and experimental, somewhere in the middle, very balanced conservative dressers. And they find that the balance, overall harmony and balance that you maintain in your life is something which they find very beautiful and attractive about you. Very like there's a harmonious balance about you. There is this thing about you where you are like, you know what, I'm balanced, I'm secure, I'm wise, I know exactly what decision to take at what point. And this is something, you have a lot of security about you, very, very calm, poised. That makes you very beautiful in his eyes. You're almost like this enlightened person, very enlightened. You have been through life, through the difficulties of life, which has made you like, which has groomed you into a person. Yeah, with the strength card coming next, typically I'm seeing like he finds your inner strength, your inner resilience as beautiful. Life has felt very difficult at times, which has made you very matured. You have become very mature, you have matured at a very young age. You are a very enlightened person, somebody very wise. You do not splurge a lot of money on outfits or makeup, like there is nothing wrong with that, but you are somebody who would probably splurge on a little bit of books, or maybe save it up, invest it. You probably read up a lot about investments, or try and learn about things like anything related to like investments in crypto and finances. And that your intelligence, your cerebral aspect and your compassionate aspect makes you extra beautiful in his eyes. You are somebody, when it comes to your work, you are very passionate. You are somebody who with their own, you could be very silent, but silently, quietly, very competitive and very passionate when it comes to your work. You have literally made your own way in this professional world with your own skills. Like whatever level you are at, you're very skillful. That is also true. Very, a quiet, very intelligent, quiet person, somebody who is a walker, who is a silent walker bee, somebody who is a you're always like a bee, you are doing something all the time. Chariot, you are a go-getter in life. You are a go-getter in life. You know what, you are somebody who is literally, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career especially, you're very driven. And that is something that he finds very beautiful. He secretly feels that, your beauty, also for a lot of you, you guys are, you have a certain amount of childlike innocence about you, which he really likes. Childlike innocence about you, and very youthful looking. For a lot of you, you guys could be very matured with a face which is very youthful looking, very youngish looking. That is another thing that I can see. Six of Wands, you're very, very ambitious. You are an individual who is very ambitious, very determined, very dedicated towards their goals. That kind of a person, very determined. Yes, I can see, like you're very ambitious. Very quietly you will just burn, you can burn your midnight oil when nobody else would. Like you are one of those like dark horses which he really loves, which he finds so beautiful about you is like, you are like one of those dark horses whom nobody had expected to win. Out of nowhere you can just come out and win the match at the very last moment when nobody is looking. That kind of ambition. You're also like, you're he also loves the silent intelligence that you portray in every facet, in your finances, in your career choice, in your personal choices, in your hobby choice, everything. Every choice that you make, there is a mark of silent intelligence. You are a very balanced person. Two of Pentacles is a very balanced person. You are somebody who is you can do multiple things and not get overwhelmed. You're a very organized person. Yes, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus can definitely be seen. Libra, you are a very compartmentalized, organized person. Somebody who is like, everything in your life is very like, as I said, compartmentalized. In a way, you can manage 10 different things without getting overwhelmed because of this organization skill that you have. And that makes you stand out for sure. Definitely it makes you stand out, my dear. Pile number 2, Queen of Swords. You are an individual, yes, who is also very wise. You're way wise beyond your ages. You are somebody, you have seen a lot of ups and downs. Especially I'm seeing you probably grew up, most of you grew up in a very unstable home. Maybe the parents were always working, maybe the finances were always in crisis, maybe even worse than that. Maybe some of you had lost one of your parents at least, or maybe you grew up in your grandparents' house, something like very like not so normal. And you always promised yourself that, guy, kiddo, you're gonna, like, as a kid you promised yourself that, what, I'm gonna make your future way better. And that's what you have done very quietly and silently. You probably started walking very early. You can see right through people's nonsense. You can see right through people's facade and cut out all that garbage out of your life. Those people who are like always all about drama, you are very good at looking right through people's character. You're very good at sieving through narcissists, at identifying the narcissists, those people who try to silently tear others down. You're very good at identifying this, like these people who tend to tear other people down and then play the victim game. You have been there and done that. So he really loves this wisdom. This Queen of Swords is like very quietly and silently, and not just wise. You're like, do not dare to mess with me. A lot of you can be Scorpios as well. Okay, he also finds you very physically desirable, understandably so. Very desirable, very very, not just desirable, he is something, he finds you very beautiful, very beautiful, very much a very good arm candy. And he is also aware that there are a lot of people who finds you equally desirable and beautiful as well. You are also somebody who is the World card. Like, seriously, you have literally changed your world. Where you're coming from and where you reside today, there is a huge difference in status. Especially I'm seeing like there has been a lot of upgradation that has happened, and you have quietly done a lot of upgradations in your life. People around you will not even guess that a person, because you've maintained a very sophisticated but a very plain on the surface kind of a demeanor. You probably don't drive a very flashy car. You do not believe in changing your cell phones every once in a while, like every year or something. Like, I'm not judging anybody, it's just a personal opinion. I feel like, your e-vest, increase in e-vest is an issue in today's world, but that's a personal opinion. I'm not judging anybody, but you are one of those people, maybe pretty frugal, but at the same time you have amassed a lot of wealth doing all of it, and he finds it very beautiful. Like, your budgeting capabilities, I'm getting strong Scorpio, Virgo kind of vibes. Like, very modest yet very capable. You're not the type who would be like, yay, just look at me, how good I am. Instead, you're actually very good. You're actually very dedicated. You have not come from money. Most of you haven't, for sure. What he loves is you have been able to find a little bit, quite a bit of comfort in your life today, and you appreciate every bit of it because you've worked very hard to reach wherever you have, and you appreciate every bit of it. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. You know what? Literally, I'm seeing number 10 in tarot shows a new beginning. You have had a new beginning once you started to earn, really, once you started to save, and your savings started to show up like in proper way. I'm sorry, once you started to earn, really, you know what I'm seeing for a lot of you, you guys have literally turned the wheels of fate in your favor. You know, you've managed to turn the wheels of fate into wheels of fortune. You didn't have a lot of luxury growing up, but no problem. Even now, you are probably, most of you are frugal people. You will probably buy from the sales and stuff, but you have everything. You have a lot of stability that can, like, even if you do not work for a few months, even maybe a year or two, it will not harm you, or it will not hit your savings much. So that kind of a person which he really really likes, which he really finds attractive and beautiful about. You know what he feels is, you know, you guys, a lot of you are also spiritually gifted. They find your spiritual gifts also very beautiful. You know, you guys, a lot of you are very intuitive, and probably you dabble with something like reiki, crystals. A lot of you are healers, a lot of you are in astrology, and they really find that, he really finds it very very beautiful about you. He thinks that you are a perfect partner material in a heterosexual scenario. He thinks and he feels that she would make the perfect homemaker, somebody who is balanced, giving, nurturing, and also is very very good at making money, somebody having a very strong head over their shoulders. The Emperor, you are somebody, he thinks that you are a person who is very, you're like a mentor figure for a lot of people. You're way wise beyond your age. Your survival stories are like a motivation for a lot of people who are struggling in their lives right now, and he finds that very beautiful about you, that the way in which you try to uplift others, irrespective of whether they are paying you, whether there is money involved or not, you really enjoy helping others in need, and that is something he finds very attractive and beautiful about you. He also feels that you will make a perfect mother or a perfect parent, whichever way you identify yourself as. Like, you know, you would make a perfect family, very nurturing, very good parent, like a very nurturing, caring, giving, compassionate, yet stern and disciplinarian when it's needed. She's very kind, but at the same time she's trying to discipline her young one, and that's the ideal kind of a partner, that's an ideal kind of a parent you can be. Yeah, he genuinely finds your, and you're probably very good with kids. Your, the way in which you mingle with kids, the way in which you handle kids, that makes you very beautiful in his eyes. He genuinely, he feels that you would make a very good mother. You know, you are probably very motherly, very maternal towards a lot of others in your fraternity, in like amongst people you're known for being very motherly and stuff, and he finds that also very beautiful. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. Like, he genuinely feels that you are such a good person, your presence makes so much of a difference, that, you know, you are one of those people who can literally by their presence create a heaven on earth. That is what I feel. Play, have fun, don't be so serious, celebrate. You are that person who is very playful, who isn't at all, like, you know, you're very playful, you're a very fun person to be with, you make everybody very happy. He finds that very beautiful. Like, you know, your personality, your vivacious, beautiful, colorful, dynamic personality, always bubbling with energy and joy, always willing to help others, always willing to take that extra step to try and help others. These are the qualities that makes you beautiful in his eyes. Okay, Gorilla, take the time to listen compassionately to those you love. especially your family members. Exactly, you are like this gorilla to them, like, the quality wise, like, you're very compassionate, especially even towards your family members and those people whom you love, your friends, your family, not just the people who are in need. The way in which you treat your family is something, it's like an eye opener to him. He really loves it. He finds it very, very gorgeous, that the way in which you try to help your family, you try to take care of your family. That is something that he finds really assuring. Panda, create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. Literally, I'm seeing that Panda is a person, like, this is a person, you are a person in general, my pile number twos, that who is like, for you, whenever somebody goes to your home, they find something very, very pleasant. Your home is very cozy for a lot of you. Yeah, your home is very cozy. It's a place where anybody and everybody would love to come back to. It's very cozy, very warm, very, very welcoming kind of a vibes you guys have at home. And that is one thing that has created a special place. Like, you have created a special almost nest for yourself, and he really finds it very attractive. Like, when you extrapolate that, if you guys get together, he feels that he will also create that cozy nest for you too as well. That's what he finds very, very beautiful, very feminine about you, should you identify as a female. Elk, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect you deserve. You are literally like this dignified person in his eyes. He finds this dignified, graceful, charming approach towards life. If somebody tries to put you down, you are not like in their face. Instead, you are more graceful, more subtle, but very strongly you know how to answer them right back. And what that does is it increases, naturally people start respecting you even more and more because of that. That is something that I'm seeing. Chimpanzee, use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your questions. Yes, you are like this chimpanzee. Like, you know what? You have both intuitive power as well as your intellect at your hand, which you use to solve the problems or get the answers. So, you are very intuitive as well as intellectually blessed. That's something he finds also very attractive about you. Emu, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. Yes, you are like this emu who is very adventurous, who is a person who is very adventurous, adventure seeking, adventure loving, and this, you know, he loves that quality about you. You are, a lot of you are also, like, when it comes to, maybe you could be into something like bungee jumping, like adventure sports, maybe some hiking, biking, anything, could be scuba diving. Scuba diving is my favorite one, by the way. So a lot of you could be into all of this, which he finds your adventurous spirit, love for adventure is something he finds very beautiful and attractive about you. Step out of your comfort zone. He usually finds you out of your comfort zone only. You are always working very, very hard to reach your goals, your targets in life. That is something that makes you very, very, appealing, very beautiful in his eyes. He probably might not say it, but he really finds your hardworking, determined, like willing to prove your worth on this earth kind of mindset very, very appealing about you. Very beautiful. Surrender to the divine. You are an individual who has completely surrendered themselves to the higher power. You are somebody who genuinely believes that you are a divinity's child. Everything has had a divine intervention in your life. Literally, that is exactly what I feel about you. That everybody, like, everybody around you literally feel that you have been divinely protected. It's because you've surrendered yourself 100% to the divine. New moon, sorry, full moon Leo, don't let pride get in your way. Yes, he also loves rather this quality about you. He feels it makes you even more beautiful. Like, you know what? You have achieved a lot, but you haven't, like, humility is a quality which you strictly live by, which you strictly believe in and abide by. That makes you even more beautiful and attractive in his eyes. Absolutely, he loves it. He finds you very beautiful because of your the way in which you interact with people. You treat everybody with respect. Yeah, I mean, your success has not gone into your head. Your dreams need a practical plan, Taurus. A lot of you could be Taurus or Leo. And he feels that you also have a creative side as well as a very practical, intellectually driven, very left brain side about you. You know, there is a balance in you, inherent balance between yin and yang about you, which makes you very special. Have faith in your dreams. Yeah, I mean, you are a very determined, go getter, hardworking person who believes in their own abilities, and you have a lot of faith in your own dreams. Dreams and goals needs to be achieved. That is something that you have faith in, a lot of faith in. Balance spirituality and practicality. Exactly, a lot of you could be like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. And balance between spirituality and practicality, it typically tells me that you are somebody who knows, who appreciates that there is a need to have a balance between spirituality and practicality in real life, and that is exactly what you try to maintain in your life as well. As I said, you are like the you have that your character have that perfect balance of yin and yang and yin in you, and that makes you even more special and beautiful in his eyes. You are like this be the light. You are like the source of light for a lot of people. He loves it about you. You know, the way in which you try to extend your helping hand to others in need. You have transformed, I'm seeing a lot of people in the process, and it has transformed you into this wise owl, wise, determined, hardworking, working all the time, that kind of a person. And you are also like a great spiritual teacher who has learned from their own life experiences, and you now try to actually educate others based on your life experiences, and that makes you very beautiful in his eyes. He finds all of these qualities very, very beautiful. You have a lot of faith and trust in the divine and your own abilities. You know, somebody who has a lot of faith in their own self, these are the people who are trusted by others. Why will others trust you if you do not trust yourself? Hermit, retreat and recharge. You are one of those people. For a lot of you, whenever you're partying, but also there are times when you spend your life in quiet contemplation, because we, as most of us, we need that balance. Yeah, you actually have a practicality and spirituality balance about you, which he really finds very attractive. Yeah, you are also very wise. You are somebody who is very self reflective. It's not a very easy thing to do, to reflect on our own shortcomings is not a very easy thing to do, and especially when you have reached a certain point of success in your life, this is not at all easy to do. But I'm seeing that you are one of those people who does it all the time, and that is something that makes you very beautiful as well. Unlock the magic within. He literally finds you very, very magical, very ethereally, very otherworldly beautiful. He genuinely finds you very magically beautiful. A lot of you are actually into some kind of manifestation, to some ritualistic stuff, to occult. I'm seeing occult, then very dedicated towards maybe meditation, occult, reiki, crystal, tarot. I'm getting a very strong connection with the spirituality. A lot of you have a very strong connection with spirituality, and that he finds naturally and very magically beautiful about you. All right, he also finds, like, you are somebody who is very, very genuinely very matured, way beyond your age, and he thinks that is a beauty about you. And yeah, you are very very wise, very, you know what to expect in life. You do not expect too much from anybody, and you know exactly where you stand. Very matured, very wise. Be your own first priority. You have learned that you need to respect yourself to make others respect you, and that making yourself your first priority has become a priority in your life, and that makes you very beautiful in his eyes. Remember to practice self love. 24 and 25, these are consecutive numbers. I'm seeing you're having some major upgradation. Maybe he will be proposing soon. And what he finds really attractive about you is your sense of self love and self respect. It doesn't matter how others are thinking about you, treating you, like, it doesn't matter. First thing that matters to anybody is how we treat ourselves, and that is something that you have mastered. Don't seek anybody's approval. You are one of those people who does not seek other people's approval in life. You are somebody who is no longer a people pleaser. You are very unapologetically, you are yourself. You represent your honest self all the time, and that makes you very beautiful in his eyes. You don't need someone else to fix you. This is exactly what he feels about you, that you are basically almost perfect. Like, nobody is perfect, but you are very close to that. All right, pile 2, night time for the guided messages. All right. When it gets tough, the tough gets going. Live your life as an example for others to see. You are somebody who believes in living their life as an example for others, and this is something that makes you even more beautiful in their eyes. Of course, you're so gorgeous. All right, he finds you very gorgeous. My heart goes boom boom whenever you are near me. I need not explain this, of course. Okay. You are so priceless. I wish you could be mine. That is something that he ponders on a lot. He wishes that a lot. You are way wise beyond your age. That is exactly how he looks at you. That's something that he finds very attractive about you. You're so disciplined. I wish you could. I wish I could be like you. Yes, yes. He finds your discipline extra attractive. Life is a journey, just enjoy every bend. This is exactly how he feels. Like, you know what, life is a journey, and this is your mantra, and he finds it very attractive. You are at last fulfilling your heart's desire. You're reaching your highest potential. You know what, this is what he feels like. You're at last fulfilling your highest potential, and he is very happy for you. You're so magical. You make my world colorful. You are an individual who is extremely magical, who makes other people's lives very colorful, and he finds that beautiful about you. All right, time for the charms, pile 2. You are somebody who is a manifestation magnet. They also see you as very wise. They see you as somebody who is a unicorn, very rare. They love you, absolutely. They see you as a star. No, a lot of them are hidden, silent and secret admirers of yours. They find you to be very fortunate. A lot of you have a very vivacious, very fiery, feisty personality, which they really love. I hope it's visible. Okay. Now, you are like a blessing in their life. Also, what I'm seeing is you are like this, you are like this mentor figure who shows the way to a lot of people. All right, pile 2, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Guys, your support would mean so much to me. Thank you. Namaste.